my Juju Bees. Welcome back to the channel. How are you guys doing today? If you are new to the channel, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It would make me so excited if you did. I am on the road to 200 subscribers. My goal is, I have an endless goal, okay? I want to have as many subscribers as the good situation allows me to have. But right now, I'm trying to do it 100 subscribers at a time. So I have 100 and I think 80 something. I'm trying to get to 200. As soon as I get to 200, I'll do a drawing. If you like a video, subscribe to my channel, and then you have to comment one of the things. That's how you enter, and then I'll pull from whichever names that I could put in there. You have to enter by putting like a fun fact that I give. I think I've only given 2 so far. So, but how are you guys doing today? We're going to begin Ethics 6, and I'm a slow walk Ethics 6, not like real slow, because Ethics 6 has a lot of things that happen to Ethics 6, because it's the end. It's kind of like the finale. But today I just have shrimp, corn, potatoes, and rice. I didn't have any crab legs because I just wasn't feeling crab leggish today. But I did want some seafood, you know. So, and that's rice. I don't know why, but it be good. I don't even really like rice like that, but to eat it with this shrimp and this sauce, it'd be busting. So, we ended Ethic 5 yesterday with Messiah trying to end it for himself, and Morgan being on the other side of town calling for him to stop. And so, sorry y'all, that's almost smacking, but I ain't trying to. So she thinks that something is wrong with Messiah. It has to be. That's the reason why, you know, she had that dream, and she feels like that because something has to be wrong with her man. Ain't no way he just left her. It's my drink. Ain't no way he just left her without a care in the world. This is Ethic 6. This is it's a thick book, because this, I'm telling you, it's a lot that happened in Ethic 6. I mean, a lot. It says, to the ladies, never settle for less than Ezra Ethic Okafor. And I won't. So that's where it ended off. So when you start book 6, it starts with Messiah and Blue. Because remember, he called Blue and was telling her, you know, Blue, you the shit, man. Thank you for dealing with me even though you didn't have to. And so that kind of scared Blue. You know, about, like, you about to try to check out on me? So, in the middle of the night, Blue drove up there to see about her friend. So, when she gets up there, she instantly is calling his name. Messiah! Messiah! You know, like, because, Lord, please don't let him have done nothing to himself. So when she got in there, he was sitting on the floor in the bathroom with the gun in his lap. And she's like, Messiah. She took it from him. She knew it wasn't loaded because before she left, she made sure to take the clip, the magazine with her. So she knew that he wasn't going to hurt himself, but she knew that he needed her. So that's why she didn't know that he wasn't going to hurt himself, but she knew that he wasn't going to be able to because she made sure that it wasn't loaded. So when she got in there, she's trying to sit on the floor with his back to the wall. And I think she might have just sat down next to him and then asked him, like, do you want to talk about it? He like, not really. It'll just do me, I'll be okay if you just sit here with me, B. So she said, okay. And she sat there with her friend. So he told her, I just need a minute, but I'm going to be all right. She said, okay. And that's what he asked her, do she think that you can love a person, more than one person at a time? And she said, I think so. He said, yeah, me too. So they sat there for hours while he pieced himself back together, because just as much as he loves Morgan, he loves Blue too. Maybe it's not as strong as some would think that it is for Blue, but Messiah loves Blue. And I don't know if it's romantically, but to be honest, he probably loved Blue first. He just didn't know that it was like that. Morgan came along and gave him a different feel. And so with that, I think he's realizing that he loves Blue. Maybe not that he'll go there with Blue, but that she probably was the first person that he had those type of affections for. Not as intense as Morgan, but he had them. It was love nonetheless. So I think she's telling him, like, come on, let's go get something to eat. And I think they both might have said hi to his roommate, Miss Hollis. She told him, like, I'll be back. I'm about to go get some real food. And he was like, nah, B, I don't want the taste buds. The food, my taste buds is messed up anyway. This is fine. I just kind of want you here, somebody I know, to be here with me. She said, okay. And so then the lady was like, you a good girl. And she like, nah. She's like, oh no, we're not a couple. He has a beautiful girl, but it isn't me. And he's too stubborn to call her. She said, well, then I guess you got two beautiful girls. And then Messiah done called the lady C now. He told her thanks for coming. And he kissed her hand. So now you go flash to Ethic and Morgan and Bella. They're in the gun range. Well, not the gun range, more so like Ethic's backyard. And they're shooting. And Morgan is like, you have to find him, Ethic. Something is wrong. I can feel it. And as she talking, she loading the magazine, shooting the target, loading the magazine, shooting the target, very effortlessly. Like nothing, like she just been doing her whole life. And Ethic is kind of like, in awe, like, he taught you that? And she like, yeah. He wanted me to make sure, that I will always be safe. She was like, and now she kind of wondered, like, was he trying to keep me safe from him? But that wasn't the case. Messiah would never hurt Morgan. As bad as it looks, as bad as it seems, he would never hurt Morgan. Because like he said, hurting Morgan is like hurting himself. So she was like, I don't know where he is, but I need you to find him because something has to be wrong. And I think her and Bella was both in the backyard shooting, and he trying to give Bella directions like, this is what you do, this is what you pull. Before he could say it, she took the shot and shot off. And Esther like, Bella, you gotta listen. You can't just be letting off rounds like that. And Morgan like, Esther, look. And she done put a hole through the center of the target. So he's like, oh, I'm impressed, you know. Like, I want y'all to know how to do this. I want y'all to be safe. And since Bella insists on going to the hood, sorry, he knew. He just wanted her to be aware, you know, of her surroundings, how to operate one if need be, all that stuff. Morgan didn't need no help though, because you know, Messiah had her covered. She told him like he wanted me to be able to protect myself. But she said, I think he's in trouble. I think he has to be. He loved me at first. I thought he didn't, but I still feel him. It's like he's right next to me, only I can't see him. If he just left me and he's done with me, I need to hear that from him. I need to hear him say it. I need to see him. I have no closure. He's just out there somewhere, and it doesn't make sense that I need to please just find him. Because he told her, like, if I don't ever come back to you, if I don't come back to you, it's because I'm dead. He told her this a while back. I don't remember which book it was in, but he told her that, like, if I don't ever come, if it's ever a time that I don't return to you, it's because I'm dead and gone. And so, so they stayed outside at the gun range. No matter how much love and protection Ethic poured into his girl, some boy would eventually come along. Ethic had hurt Mo. She hadn't been equipped to handle a man like him. She was not, honey. So now we go to my sweet Alani. So she, of course, has been building her relationship with Easy. You know, she already got a bond with Ethic or whatever the case may be. I mean, not Ethic, but Bella. So she's been building her bond with Easy because as much as Bella needs Alani, Easy needs Alani as well. And so she's been trying to like make sure that he stays extra busy, especially with the school trying to diagnose him with ADHD. So she's been making sure that he's busy, you know, he's in activities so that they can just leave her baby alone. So he's in karate right now. And so he went to karate class and she was sitting there watching, taking pictures, taking videos. And he was like, did I do good? Did I do good? And she's like, yeah, big man, you did really well. And she was like, you want to go get ice cream? He was like, I did that well. You know, like, dang, I did real good. And she's like, yes, you did that well. And so she took another picture, I think, of him. And then she walked outside with him and they was holding hands. And he was like, oh, you lost one of your heartbeats. And she was like, what you say, Easy? He was like, the other day when I was holding your hand, you had 2 heartbeats. Today, you only have 1. You lost one of your heartbeats. And she's like, yeah, big man. But I only need 1 to love you. And he like, yeah, you know, he just skipped on over like, like nothing happened. Easy is like, in the book, he's like one of those things. Like, you know how you get those aha moments? Like, Easy to me is like that in the book. Like, sometimes he say some of the stuff like, you know, about Easy, you right. You know something. The same way he told Morgan, like, I love you. I won't ever leave you. The same way he told Morgan, like, Alani's just here. My daddy said he'll always love my mama. He just got to make room for her. So you just got to make room. Everything is so simple for him. And his 7-year-old man, I love me some Easy. So he's like, oh, can we stop at the grave so we can talk to my mom? I really want you to meet her. And she like, I don't even know if that's a good idea. And like, please, it's right here. We go every time. He was like, we can just go over there and you can just meet her. It's okay. It's not a big deal. She wants to meet you and I know I want you to meet her. It's just come on. You know, like, just come on. For him, it's simple. But for Alani, she feels like she's intruding on a part of Ethic's life that he has not allowed her to be a part of. He hasn't discussed Raven or Raven dying or the relationship that him and Raven have with Alani. He's pretty much left that part of his life out when it comes to Alani. And so she was like, oh, wait a minute, big man, you know, let me call your dad first and see if it's okay. So she calling Ethic and he's not answering. And she's like, oh my gosh, you know how, like, I can't tell him no because I don't want him to think that nothing is wrong with this. So she was like, well, maybe I can just let him sit there and talk to his mom, and I'll sit over here where my children are buried at. And in that way, it won't be like I'm there visiting her. He's just there with his mom. So she sent him another message like, hey, everything's okay, but I really need you to answer the phone. Like, call me as soon as you get this message. So she take him there. He got a book. He like flipping around, talking to Raven. I mean, like, as if Raven is right there, because that's the only way he knows his mom. Like, he hasn't had an encounter with her that he can remember. He was a baby when Raven died. So, and she just observing how peaceful he is and how it doesn't even seem to bother him that he's inside of a graveyard. So she noticed that it was getting late, and she's like, oh shoot, I know Ethic probably is worried. She's like, come on, big man, we gotta go. So I know your dad is probably worried. And before she could, on the way out, I think she told Raven, like, you know that deal you told Easy about? You take care of mine. I got them covered. And so, as she was leaving out, Ethic came. And she's like, oh my gosh, he's going to be so mad at me. So, she's trying to tell him, like, I tried to call you. I tried to leave a message. You didn't answer. I didn't know what was going on. He wanted to stop. I couldn't tell him no. He was so excited. I didn't want him to think nothing was wrong. I didn't even spend any time with her, just a little bit at the end. The other time I was sitting with my kids, I mean, she's going on explaining because she don't want him to be mad at her. But she don't really know how he feel because he's not saying anything. He just standing there listening to her, letting her explain, basically make a fool out of her. So she's not really making a fool, but she's just going on and on and on because she's trying to feel him out. But she don't really know because he's not saying anything. Every time he just standing there. He was like, I don't really know what I feel. He was like, I'm not mad, but I feel something, but I just don't know what it is. And so she like, you don't ever say anything about her, I think she said. And she said, are you mad? He said, I feel something. Like, I ain't angry. If I look at it from all the angles on the board, there's no way that I could really be angry. But I'm not comfortable with this, Anika. I'm not ready to share this part with you, and this has to be okay. And so he said, come. And of course she went over there because that's the order she always follows. And if it was me, I'd be following it too. And she said, I'm sorry. And he said, she asked him, like, well, will you ever open up this part of your heart to me? Like, or will it always be something that's closed off? And I don't think he never really answered. And so then Easy honked the horn because now he getting impatient and he ready to go. And so Ethic winds up telling him, like, go ahead and get in the car with Alani. I got some stuff I need to do, but I'll be back. And so then he asked Alani, like, can you make me some dinner? You know, I want some homemade biscuits from scratch, some chicken, some macaroni and cheese, like some candy yam. I mean, he was naming all this stuff, and y'all know Ethic don't eat that. He be eating clean, okay? But he knew that this would occupy her time so that she wouldn't be waiting up to see how long it was going to take for him to come home from what he had to go do. And he was like, you had it ready for me? She's like, yeah, as long as you come home. As long as you make it home to eat it. I'm like, I always be home. And I always come. for you and mine. I think this is the last shrimp I'm gonna eat because I think this is supposed to be a pound of shrimp and it's almost gone. So that means that this is just too much. So, and I ate a lot of this rice this time. So she said, okay. And went home. I think he kissed her. Let her know he loved her. And they went their separate ways. This is, I think, when Ethic went to go meet Amik. This is when I was talking about yesterday. And I said that it was in book 5, but it's not. It's in book 6. I had just got ahead of myself because I thought I had skipped something and didn't tell y'all. But, so, of course, now he's in search for Messiah because Morgan put the APB out on him. For Ethic to go ahead and try to find him. So I think he walk up on okay. So he walked into the warehouse that they have. I think is where his mom's warehouse. I think she owns like a store, a furniture store or something like that. But they use it to kind of clean up their dirty money or whatever the case may be. So Ethic walks in and he walks in like this. Amik Harris, 25 years old, mother to Marilyn Harris, 1224 Avenue B. Daddy is detained by the Michigan Department of Corrections at Jackson Prison, inmate number 7913420841. Like, really? You just gonna run all that man's information down like that? And so Meek reached for his pistol without hesitating because he knew Ethic. He like, oh, if he came here, it's over. Like, it's game time. I'm about to just be no more. And so he said, you pull it, you better kill me. Meek gripped the handle of his gun, stared Ethic down. Like I said, he knew that it wasn't a lot of malice because if it was, he could have went on ahead and got rid of Amik before Amik even knew he was in the building. So he said, Ezra Okafor, 36 years old, 3330 Maywood Street, Grand Block, Michigan. Now this is Mickey, or this is Amik reciting all the ethics information. So he like, is that a threat? He was like, no, I just thought we was exchanging information, so I just thought I would give you the information that I know. And he said, I thought we was fact checking. OG, no threats given. And, he said, it's all respect until one of us get disrespectful. And so after he said, you Negroes, nothing to lose. You think you untouchable? He said, I never thought that. Just if I gotta go, I gotta go. He said, I'm gonna be like a man and I'm gonna go out like a man. He said, I'm chasing the paper full speed. I know what the consequences are, what the repercussions are of the life and the risk that I take. He said, and you took the risk anyway? He said, I know Messiah's reasons for sure. He said, because that's my man's and that's what my man was gonna do. And I'm rocking with him when they're however he rocking. Before he knew it, bang, he shot him right in his midsection. It's not funny because it is funny. Like, it's like, Ethic, really? Like, you don't want to, you just gonna go and shoot that man and you're gonna let him answer no question that you have? And so, he was like, it was, I'm gonna ride through the mud with him right or wrong. I don't apologize for that. It was never personal. So after he shot him, he said, and that wasn't either. Like, Ethic, come on, man. That's shooting somebody is very personal. And so, he said, I'm gonna put the next one between your eyes if you pull that gun. He said, you ain't dying. Hurts like a, but you will live, if you get to the hospital one time. So he said, you tell me what I want to know and you can be on your way. You ain't got forever though, because it's gonna bleed out kind of fast. And then he told him, like, clock you. You know what I'm saying? And he said the three of you built young, hungry. I respected it. Carving names in the concrete wasn't a part of the game. You guys should have stayed out that way. You should have been getting girls, money, but now you here under a gun. You miscalculated your moves, young. He rolled over to his side. He said, I know Messiah and I know that he's a hothead. Issa is too. He was like, but you smart. Like, you calculated even. So, you thought this he said, you thought this out though. What, Messiah was supposed to get close to Morgan, then what? And he was like, Mo was never involved. She wasn't part of the plan. Having her around was like, he was like what? And he was like, the sun, man. We've been thugging since we was kids. Stuff got dark. Can't feel nothing. Don't care about nothing. It's like the winter hustle on these blocks. He said, and then the block is cold and Morgan is the sun. And so he asked him, like, where's Messiah? He's like, I don't know. He was like, and even if I did know, I wouldn't have nothing to say. He said, you might as well pull that trigger. So he retracted his gun, tossed the phone at Meek's chest so he could call 911 for himself, of course, and went on ahead and left. So I'm gonna stop right here, I think, because I don't want to. Well, I can't give a little bit this next little part. So Bella, she's at cheerleading practice, and at cheerleading practice, she just sitting at the cheerleading practice, and she can hear these girls. Talking about, oh, Henny, and Henny, he's so cute and he's so fine, and that he her man, and then the Belle looking at the girl like, girl, and she's like, what's wrong with you? You got a staring problem? She was like, what you looking at? She was like, a liar, because ain't no way Henny your man, because he's mine. She didn't say that, but that's what she was thinking. So they sitting on the bleachers, and then all of a sudden she see Henny at the gate. And he like, what's up, smart girl? Or what's up, pretty girl? And she comes down off the bleachers or whatever. He like, you really want to be here at practice, or you want to go with me? So she looked back at the girls basically like, like, he ain't your man because he going with me. And she was like, that girl over there popping lip talking about your man. He was like, well, she just going to have to be thirsty, but I ain't got no drink for her. So you going with me or no? So she went on ahead and she left with Henny, but she's talking like, I got to be back, in enough time because Lily going to be here to pick me up or whatever. So I'm going to stop there. Like I said, Ethic 6 has a lot. It's like it's going to jump from place to place to place, from character to character. So just bear with me as we discuss this. Please don't forget, if you're new to this channel, to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It would do my heart so excited if you did. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you can be notified that every time I post another video. My information to follow me on Instagram and Facebook is in my intro. Please don't forget to comment. I will see you guys tomorrow. Same place, maybe not the same time. Until next time. Bye, my Jujubee.